So I quit social media for 30 days.
I am officially deleting Twitter and Instagram off of both of my phones.
I decided to quit social media.
When I quit social media,
Try deleting those apps from your phone.
how much time do you spend on
Social media.
The first thing in the morning most of us do is pick up our phones, even before we answer nature's call. In 2012, we spent around an hour and a half connected. Now, we spend between 2 and 3 hours every day on social media, sharing, posting, browsing, and liking. That is a lot of time, right? Oh, and that is 3.8 billion of us. In spite of all the warnings, there is a constant increase in social media consumption, both in number of users and time spent. And if we continue in this pace, it looks like in 2021, we will spend over 4 hours a day on social media. And by the way, a fun fact, young ladies are the highest users of social media. So what is the deal with social media? A number of published studies report issues related to stress, mood, anxiety and depression, sleep, addiction, self-esteem, general well-being, envy, and loneliness, to name a few. These researchers and others suggest that these issues are either caused by or related to social media, or so they say. You see, any research done now on social media couldn't be conclusive. Social media is relatively new, and therefore findings would be limited. Most of the researchers rely on self-reporting, which is often flawed. And besides, multiple social media platforms are popping up every now and then, and the impact from using one to the other could be different. The real impact, however, is really up to every one of us individually to assess. But why do scientists suggest that we have problems with social media? You've probably heard of dopamine, a natural chemical hormone that is released in our brains. Dopamine is a neurotransmitter, a messenger between our neurons that travels on the rewards lane. Its main goal is to make you and I happy. Think of it as this annoying child that once you give him candy, he will lag your brains out to give him another. Simply speaking, dopamine is the culprit behind drug, alcohol, and sugar addiction, but also food, exercise, and love addiction as well. When happiness is delivered randomly and is expected instantly, dopamine-triggered behavior becomes a habit. Listen to Chamath Palihapitiya, the former Facebook executive who was responsible for user-based growth, explain his feelings about social media.
What soul searching are you doing right now on that?
I feel tremendous guilt. We kind of knew something bad could happen. We have created tools that are ripping apart the social fabric of how society works. People need to hard break from some of these tools. The short-term dopamine-driven feedback loops that we have created are destroying how society works. No civil discourse, no cooperation, misinformation, mistruth. This is a global problem. It is eroding the core foundations of how people behave.
There's this dark side of social media that keeps on pulling us down into negative comparisons, wanting what others have, longing for instant and quantity feedback and attention. All this generates mild brain electric shocks that stimulates us into wanting more. But there is a bright side to social media. Think about how many fundraisers that took place which saved lives and sometimes villages. Think about how, in challenging times, social media connects families and real friends. How many were able to express their creativity and share their experiences with others to learn. Imagine how small family businesses are thriving because of social media. How many ideas were shared that sparked breakthrough innovations. Without social media, reporting most of sad and unfortunate events wouldn't be possible. Social media sheds that light on those events that helps minorities get their voice heard, and all the wealth of information from thought leaders that are readily available, and for free too. It's unfair to discount all those benefits and label social media bad or even good. Social media is that, a medium, much like radio or television or even air. When someone speaks foul language, we don't blame the air. We choose to listen or not. I agree, when you go to a restaurant that offers really good food but smells bad, probably won't go to that restaurant, would you? But lucky enough, we're not eating here, are we? Think about where you get your information from. This is the time of spam and misinformation. We should be selective and critical about every information that we consume from any sources. As a general guideline, if social media is used as a pastime activity, chances are we will go down the rabbit hole, which will do more harm than good. Start by deciding a purpose, a goal, whether to learn a new skill, connect with a family member or a real friend, or help someone in need. Then mindfully pursue that goal with focus and intention. So it's not about the time consumed on social media. It's about the content consumed. Manage your energy, not your time, and how you spend it into doing good for others. Because time doesn't care about any of us. This is our episode today. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next one.